Good morning, everyone. While we're waiting for others to get in and get settled, now's a good time to grab anything you need to get comfortable. Maybe it's a glass of water or a hot cup of tea or coffee. Also, if you have items at home and you'd like to smudge, it's a good time to grab these items as we begin to ignite the healing within. And if you don't have smudge at home, relatives, that's okay. I'll send you some cleansing, healing, and positive energy your way. It's a new day. It's another sunrise. It's another sunset. It's a different phase of the moon. And guess what? It's Friday. Aloha, kakahiaka. Hello and good morning. My name is Malia and I'm a community healer at the HIR Wellness Institute. We are a nonprofit organization that focuses on the mental health and wellness of our relatives of Turtle Island, as well as other Indigenous and underserved communities, and also victims of crime. You can join us here every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., where we will always breathe, stretch, explore ways to integrate self-care and wellness into our daily lives, and we will always honor our cultural traditions, our customs, our ancestry, our strength, and our resilience. So thank you so much for joining us this morning, relatives. I'd like to take a moment to welcome you all and say we're so happy that you're here with us as we're practicing what our CEO and founder calls community-activated medicine. Community-activated medicine means that the people are the medicine, and when we are here together in this virtual circle of care, we are not only reflecting on how we feel, but also what we need. And that might be a real specific sense. Sorry, my lip is bugging me. Anyways, we're reflecting on what we need. Maybe, it's specific, like, right now, at this moment, how you're feeling and what you can do to support it. Maybe it's a more broad sense of what you need. Like, maybe you want to focus on your physical wellness today. Maybe it's your work or school wellness. Maybe it's your spiritual wellness or emotional health, mental health. And then you can go from there and kind of say, okay, well, based on what I want to work on or how I'm feeling, I can kind of guide myself as to what I might need to access in my medicine kit. And therefore, what it comes down to, if I'm working on my physical health, maybe the most immediate thing I can do is have a nice glass of water, or whatever it is. That was just an example. So how are you doing today, relatives? What are you feeling? What do you need? I'd also like to take a moment to recognize our HIR Wellness Institute team member who is here with us today alongside me and you to serve you. We have our social work intern, John Yang. He is also one of our advocates, and he is an Indigenous person. He is Hmong American. So if we have any Hmong relatives out there, know that John speaks both the green and white dialects of Hmong ancestry. So if you're out there, just know. Okay, so that being said, let's do our check-in. How are you? How you doing? How you doing on this Friday? Let's do a body scan if you need it. We're going to pay attention to areas in our body where you might feel tension. It might feel physically uncomfortable. It might feel like tightness. It might feel like butterflies in the tummy. It might feel like a headache. You might feel stiff. We're going to scan the body from head to toe. Pay attention to what the areas that have something that is trying to tell you something. Because once we can identify those areas, that mind-body connection can be really helpful for deciding what it is that you need for the day or at this moment to move forward on your wellness path. So with that, you can sit, lay, or recline, however you like. I'm just sitting at my dining table. Your eyes closed are optional. We're going to take a deep breath. And exhale. Starting at the top of the head, we're going to scan up and down to the forehead, our temples. How's your jaw feeling? We're going to work our way down to our neck and our shoulders. Let's scan our upper back, our shoulder blades, our middle and lower back. And let's go ahead and take a feel for our tailbone. We're going to work our way to our shoulders, upper arms, elbows and forearms, our wrists, palms, and fingertips. Let's go ahead and scan our chest. Does it feel neutral or tight? We're going to go ahead and work our way down to our tummies. Paying attention to your tummy. Is it full? Are you physically hungry? Do you have butterflies in your tummy? Do you still feel dinner in your tummy from last night? Let's scan on down to our hips and our thighs. Paying extra attention to our knees, our shins and our calves, our ankles and heels, the arch and ball of your foot and your toes. Let's go ahead and scan our heart space. Does it feel tight? Is your heart beating fast? Are there feelings or emotions that are lying heavy there? Or does your heart feel full of joy or love? Or does it feel free? Perhaps it feels heavy. Perhaps it hurts. And let's go ahead and finally scan our thoughts. How'd you sleep last night? Does your mind feel rested and invigorated, or does it feel clouded and tired? Are there thoughts that are hard to escape? Is there worry there? And with that, relatives, let's check in. I'll check in. How am I doing today? I'm okay. I'm not feeling amazing. I have those days of amazing. I'm not feeling downright depressed or anything like that. I'm all right. My eyes feel tired in here. I noticed that. My head feels a little bit tired. I'm glad it's Friday. I'm looking forward to sleeping in tomorrow. My tummy feels a little bit full, but if it makes sense, relatives, also hungry. Like, I had last night my sister made fettuccine, with red sauce, like a marinara sauce, and she did Sicilian steak, and it was so tender and delicious. And I had that for dinner. And this morning I had like this much of it left, and my tummy was hungry, so I just ate that much of it. So my stomach feels full, but like not full enough. Like I want to continue to eat. So that was what my body scan showed me. Um, Also, what I've noticed too is sometimes my feet and ankles hurt, but lately they haven't been. So it makes me think that, I've really been careful about what I'm eating. So I wonder if I'm a little bit lighter on my feet. As far as my thoughts, I think because of the sleep, I haven't had as much sleep, so I feel like I could be operating at a at a higher level typically, but I'm just kind of more here. So relatives, I share with you my check-in because I want you to know that, if you're here, whatever you come with, whatever you're holding, whatever you're walking with, maybe you don't even know exactly how you feel, and that's kind of where I'm at, and that's why I'm sharing it. But I can identify how my body is feeling and where I can feel areas that need attention. So, with that being said, I'm feeling tired in here. My tummy is a little bit hungry, but I also feel a little bit of food in there. Maybe what I need to focus on is a few things. One is to take it easy and to take it slow, because if you're feeling a little tired and a little exhausted, allow yourself some time to take it easy, one step at a time. It's not going to help to bombard everything all at once, just one step at a time. Taking those deep breaths when needed, taking a break when needed, getting up to walk around when needed, if you just need to just stop for a moment. As far as the tummy, I'm getting some conflicted messages here, right? Like I want to eat more, but my stomach feels like there's stuff in there. So maybe to support my health and my nutrition, my physical body, maybe really what I just need is some water. And so these are the things that you can start making connections to in your own body. And if you care to, so that we can set an example for relatives who are maybe need a little bit more support and like, okay, I'm not sure. Feel free to share. What are you feeling in your body? What is that? What did you, as you reflect on that, what do you feel that your body's trying to tell you in the way that you need support? And relatives, I want to let you know that when you share here, because I know there's a lot of people here, I can see that there's people here, that you are, of course, never required to share. This is all about you and your comfort level. We are literally here for you. I am literally here for you in community activated medicine. And whatever is on your mind, and whatever you're going through, that you can share it. And share it in the comment section if you want to. But if you're feeling like, yeah, this is something I do want to share, but not necessarily on the comments. Some people do, some people don't. Depends on your comfort level. But know that you can always call our Cares Warm line, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call or text. You'll get a response within 24 hours on those weekdays. Because whatever it is that you're experiencing, you aren't alone. And sometimes it can feel that way. And sometimes it can feel, overwhelming. And like, you may feel like you're like, I don't know how to get over this, or how can anyone possibly get over this? But we work with a lot of relatives. Everybody has a story. And I can promise you that those stories are never easy. We all walk with our own story, and therein lies our own trauma. Therein lies our needs. Therein lies the areas that we might need healing. And it's interesting because one of our our lead clinical manager. I don't know her exact title. Her name is Diane Littell. She's a Native woman. She is not only a shaman and a medicine woman and a Reiki master and amazing, but she's also a doctor. And we were having a conversation yesterday after a Reiki session about how our body can really tell us so much about what we need and what we're experiencing. And for me, I found that a lot of that disconnect for me lies in my tummy. So I often find that, I'm holding on to stuff. It's hard for me to let go of things. And also I want to feel that connection. And sometimes with that emptiness and that void, that might mean that, like for me, I'll eat more or I'll eat less. Your body might be trying to tell you something too. Maybe it's in your throat. Are you one of those people who, has maybe you get sick in the throat easy or strep comes easy? And think about it, the throat, communication, our words. Maybe it might be your heart. And our heart is our emotional center. That's our energy center. It's actually a thinking center. Our heart sends more messages to our brain than our brain sends to our heart. And what does that tell us? Our heart informs us so much as to, cues as to how we're responding to the energy and stimuli and variables and people around us. If your heart's beating a little bit faster more than normal, if you have a Fitbit or something, and you're noticing by looking at your heartbeat that it's increased over the past few weeks or months, what might that be telling you? Because that increase in the heart rate is like a stress response, right? If you're feeling stressed out, your heart's going to beat faster. If you're putting stress on your body through physical activity like running, your heart's going to beat faster. And although things like running are good for your heart, it is stressing it at the moment. So going back to it is a couple things, that mind-body connection. What is your body trying to tell you? What can you glean from reflecting on that through your thoughts, through your reflections, through the connections that your mind is making to what your body is telling you or your heart is making? And then my other point is whatever you've faced, I can promise you, I know that it's been difficult. I know for certain that you are an absolutely resilient and powerful person who's been through some stuff. And I can also tell you too, I can imagine that many of you relatives, are walking around suppressing that. Why do we suppress our trauma? Why do we suppress the hurt? Why do we suppress the pain? Because we have to put on a mask on sometimes and walk around and be okay. But the thing is there's a balance between that. Sometimes you gotta take off the mask and allow it to come out. And what do I mean by letting it come out? I mean, that's for you to decide what do you need to let go of. And your check-in can help you with that if you're feeling a certain way. Hey, today I'm feeling down. I'm experiencing this currently. I had this reaction to someone. I'm stressed out or whatever. And then allow yourself to be seen vulnerably. Because if we just keep pretending like, yeah, I'm all good. No, I'm all good. Nope, you matter first. Nope, gotta take care of this. We're continually telling our body, you know what? It's not okay. Everybody else comes first. If we continue to suppress it, we tell ourselves, hey, you know what? Denying our emotions is what we do. And then we hold on to it. And we hold on to it. And we hold on to it. And it makes me think about what Einstein said, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So when we take that energy in and we hold on to it, and we take that hurt and we hold on to it, and we take that pain and we hold on to it, and we take that feeling of not being enough and we hold it, and then we hide and we hide and we hide, and it sits in the body. And so sometimes, and I call it, I mean, maybe this doesn't sound too great, but come here, warts and all. You got to let it all out, let it loose, and say, hey, you know what, right now, this is my safe place. I can come here and I can say what needs to be said. Or I can be here and I can feel what needs to be felt. And guess what? You will not be turned away. You will not be judged. You will not be told that you're effed up or that you're not enough, or because now that you've let that part out of you that you're going to be rejected. That's not what this is. What this is that opportunity to allow you to process by connecting to the body or the mind or the thoughts or the urges or the feelings, the emotions, whatever it is, and just saying, you know what? I'm ready. When you are ready. Because I'm going to tell you, I will never be here to tell you how to walk your path. That's your sacred path. And even, not a single person here at the Institute, well, we're at my house at the moment, but not a single one of the team members at the Institute is going to tell you how to walk your path. We can walk alongside you on our own paths, because we all have our own sacred path. That's our path in life. That's our path in wellness and healing and self-care. We can walk alongside you. And right now I see there's a lot of people here, and we're all intersecting at this moment. And even if that communication's not necessarily there with word or with comment, what we're sharing right now is a collective energy of this positive ability, this safe place to know that whatever it is that you are experiencing, that you are not alone. And if and when that time is right for you and you want to release it, and there's a lot of ways to release it. And quite honestly, it might take you tons of times to release and release and release and release and process. That's why I'm here every day, Monday through Friday. I'm not going to get tired of you. If you come here for nothing else other than just be seen and not be rejected and not be judged, then you come here. If you come here for literally like a virtual hug, you're in the right place, because you're going to get it. I'm not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. But you come when it's right for you. If you only got 5 minutes to come to these videos, and you got 1 minute to come in and say, hey, today I feel like crap. Can I have some love? Yes, you can. See you on your way. See you next time you can make it. Or, hey, you know what? This amazing thing happened. Can we celebrate it? Hey, I lost someone or something. Can we talk about it? Yes, we can. Because quite honestly, my words are governed by your needs. And although I wish I was psychic and I knew exactly what you needed, it's the comments that are going to guide that. I'm here to respond to you. We're all here to respond to you. I'm going to check the comment section quick, and while I'm doing so, know that I for real meant everything that I said. What do you need? How can we be there to support you and hold space for you? And also, are you at a point of reflecting on it? Are you at a point where you're going to walk forward on your path? You might be at a point where you're going to run and jump over that boulder. And then if you decide if you're going to reflect or if you're going to move, what is it you're going to do to move forward? And even those seemingly small steps are huge. Because when we do that, one step at a time. What does that look like a week from now? What does that look like even by the end of the day? What does the end of your day look like if you drank the water, if you reflected, if you decided to take your mask off, if you decided you wanted to hold space, if you decided that you needed people to hold space for you, if you decided to speak your truth, if you decided to go for exercise or gratitude or prayer or whatever the heck you want to do, it's limitless. It is infinite that what you can do. What does that mean for your healing by the end of the day? And what are you telling your body and your mind and your spirit when you allow yourself to do that? You are literally in the act of care. That is self-care. I wish self-care meant that we all had infinite money to go to the salon and get massages and facials and, we all had personal trainers and all of that. But the truth is, self-care is so much more than that. Sure, it might be that, but it's more than that. It's more than just our physical body. It's more than just dealing with our thoughts. But it's anything and everything that you want and need it to be. Okay, comment section. Sorry, relatives. I get in the zone. Claudia says, good morning, Malia and John and everyone. So relatives, also know too, I'm a community healer. I'm here to hold space for you and to basically just to remind you all that you are healers too, because within you is the medicine. You are the medicine. There's nothing more or less you need to do. You already are the medicine. That's my job, is to say, hey, you are the medicine. You are the medicine. I'm just here to hold up that mirror and to reflect it to you. And if you need love, I'll give it out. Claudia Smith, who's here, is our occupational therapist. And her role is she can help you navigate through that world, through time and space, through the way that you move, through the way that you might process when you come to conflict, or if you're having, if there's things in your life that you feel like, in a sensory way that you're struggling with. She's there to help. It's occupational therapy. And not only is Claudia here to serve you, relatives, but Claudia has an army of carers, of loving warriors. She has occupational therapy interns. The people are here who, the generation, not all of them are young, but they're young in their pursuit of serving you and healing you. And so we have an army of interns here for you, those caring warriors. And then we have John here, who's here to serve you in advocacy. Like myself, I do that too. You are in this, completely embracing this circle of care. Right now it's a virtual circle. Sometimes it's an in-person circle, and now, thank God, we're getting out of COVID times, slowly but surely, and those circles can happen in person. They can, and they do, and they will continue to. And you know why we do that? We do that for you. Because you're enough, and you matter, and you're important. And the better that you are, not only are you honoring every action of your ancestors that culminates into you as a spirit and a physical being, but we're doing that so everyone who comes after you can bask in the healing of their ancestors and think about how we function when we are in a place of healing, when we are in a place of becoming what we need and to serve our highest self and our highest good. Because when we serve ourselves, we're serving others. When we serve our highest good, the energy that puts out. John says, good morning, Malia and relatives. I'm doing okay today, and I am tired too. Ready for the weekend. Amen, John. TGIF, relatives. I need to sleep in. Claudia says, I'm good. Said my truth to someone about a visit, and the response was better than my mind had allowed me to believe. Looking forward to a day of self-care. Yes, Claudia. Claudia, a healer of healers, right? Says she said her truth to someone, and the response was better than her mind even allowed her to believe. And that's the power of truth. Sarah Marie says, hello, everyone. I've missed you all. It's been so crazy around here. We had a driveway poured dealing with stuff with my oldest son. My dog had surgery. Our heating element went out in our dryer. My husband's fuel pump went out in his truck, and we are redoing our porch. I'm going to take it easy today after being so busy yesterday. Sarah, that sounds like you got a lot going on, right? There's a lot there. And thank you for sharing, Sarah. I'm glad you're here. Missed you too. I'm glad you're being kind to yourself. Taking it easy, relative. Sometimes we just gotta slow it down. Lahoma, good morning. Lahoma says, good morning, Malia. Thank you for sharing. You have such a soothing voice. That alone is helpful for me to hear in the early morning. Thank you, Lahoma. We're here for you. Totally here for you. I hope it's a good day for you, Lahoma. Alice says, Alice, good morning. How you doing, Alice? Alice says, when I do my body scan with you, I use tapping. All right. Yes, Alice. Thank you. I am certified in Qigong healing, and tapping helps me open meridians and blocks, especially when I'm not quite sure what my body needs or my mind. It just opens things up for me. I love the body scan and stretches. Helps me identify. Alice, I love it. Thank you for talking about the tapping. Thank you for talking about the meridian points. Relatives, maybe that's what we'll do today for our breathe and stretch. We'll just do a quick tap. We won't get deep into it, but even just a small action like seemingly small action like that can be really helpful. Sarah Marie says, also, I have to go see a plastic surgeon to discuss a double mastectomy and reconstructive surgery. Found out that I have a hereditary issue with one of my genes not working like it should. And it makes me more susceptible to breast cancer. It's a little scary. Sarah Marie, thanks for sharing. Sending you lots of love and healing. Alice says in reply to Sarah, prayers up. And I love that, Alice, because remember, relatives, although unfortunately I'm the only one we all get to see, there's actually a huge circle of us right now. If we were in a room, we would be a big circle, and we could all see each other shoulder to shoulder and face to face, and we could be there to hold each other. We can be there to remember you are the medicine not only for yourselves but others, and when you respond to people in this way, you are doing community activated medicine beautifully. That's what it's about. Claudia says, Sarah Marie says, thank you to Alice. Claudia says, sending prayers. Sarah says, thank you to Claudia. Alice says, suppression and avoidance for me go hand in hand. Woo! That's some deep stuff, Alice, right? In the very small amount of words. Suppression. Avoidance for me go hand in hand. I feel that, Alice. I feel that. I feel that so deep. Suppression is like kind of what we're taught to do, right? That's part of what our Western society tells us to do. Don't let people see you, right? And you might feel comfortable that way. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to stick out. That's part of some of the things that we have to, that we have to work through. And when you suppress and you avoid, how do you avoid it? It might be a substance abuse. It might be alcohol. It might be drugs. It might be codependency. It might be food. It might be gambling. It might be It might be shutting yourself out from the world. It might be holding all your emotions in until you can't handle it anymore and it seeps out through, mind, or it seeps out through illness. Um, yeah, we all struggle with that in some way. Thanks for saying that, Alice. John reminds us we will never tell you how to walk your healing path. For real, we won't. I mean, we can be here and breathe and stretch and, we can talk about our elixir, which, by the way, relatives, what's your elixir this morning? What you got? For me, it's filtered water, straight up. That's it, just filtered water. 2 big ones of these a day. But yeah, we'll never tell you how you gotta walk your path. I'll give you tons of things that you can put in your toolkit, your medicine kit. Tons of tools. Take it or leave it, no hard feelings. And we'll keep exploring. We'll run the gamut as often as we can. As long as these videos happen, you will keep getting it. And as long as there's a need, it'll keep coming. And I'll tell you, if there's anything we all need, it's to be able to be real about how we feel and what we need. So my thing is, I'm pretty sure we'll be doing this for a long, long time. Which is awesome. Happy to do it. Indigo says, that meditation that you led us in yesterday was so powerful. I had rippling effects throughout the day and night last night. Indigo, that's so awesome. That is awesome. You know what, Indigo? On Monday, I want to go through that meditation again. So relatives, if you want to see yesterday's video, it walked us through a very cool meditation that in a native Hawaiian elder learned. He had ancient healing practices handed down to him, and he literally walked it through us in this book that I read yesterday on our R&R. So if you're interested, check it out. Indigo, I love to hear that. And if you ever care to talk about what those rippling effects are, share, because you're giving me the chills, and inquiring minds want to know in a good way. I'm really curious. Indigo says, I'm doing pretty well today. Rainy, overcast day with a lot of computer stuff I'm trying to get done. So not exactly a sunny day in the hammock, but I'll be glad to get it all done. Yes, Indigo. Okay, so in this virtual circle of care, we also have one of the most loving women I've ever known in my life. And also our community engagement and Indigenous affairs director, Jamie Kellycutt. Jamie, you are the light, I tell you. Jamie says, good morning, Malia, John, Claudia, and all of our relatives. Sending you all lots of love and healing thoughts. Happy Friday, and I hope you all have an amazing day. All right. I'm going to slow down because I'm getting fast here, but I'm excited. I'm going to slow it down. Again, share what's in your elixir this morning, relatives. Is it tea? Is it coffee? Is it protein drinks? Is it smoothie? Is it kombucha? Citrus water? What is it? A toast to you on Friday. May today, tomorrow, and the next day, may this weekend bring you moments of joy and peace. May you have moments of spending time with loved ones or family or friends where you take that time and guilt-free to experience radical acts of joy, radical acts of pleasure, radical acts of love and laughter, of smiling, of sunlight. That's a very important part of our healing. Cheers to you. Okay, I just chugged with you. Let me see. Yep, about on spot. 8 a.m. I'm all good. I gotta catch up when we get off the video. Sarah Marie says I'm drinking coffee this morning. All right, so we were talking about tapping a little bit. So maybe instead of doing, just breathing, we'll do breathing and tapping. And I'll just let's just do a couple meridian points. Meridian points, There are these cross section, they're energetic points in our body. They're all over our body. There's some here, there's some here, there's some here, there's one here, and here. And there's lots more, but let's go over them again. We'll just take 1 or 2 fingers right in front of the eyebrows. Let's tap. Take a deep breath. We're touching on these energetic points. Breathe. Take a deep inhale. Let's go by our temples here, bony part of our cheek. Breathe. Let's go bony part of under our eye. Take a deep breath. Let's go below the nose, above the lip. Take a deep breath. And below the lip, above the chin. Let's try it one more time. Elbows breathing in. Elbows, eyebrows. Tap. Now I want you to think of a positive thought. What do you need? For me, my word is self-love. That's what I'm choosing right now. Take a deep inhale. Acceptance. Above the lip, below the nose. And chin. Let's go ahead and do some stretching. If you want to roll the shoulders, if you want to get up and touch your toes. Oh, okay. We're going to shrug the shoulders and release. Yawn if you need to. Sorry that you have to see my gaping yawn. Let's go ahead and squeeze the shoulder blades together and release. Squeeze the shoulder blades and release. Squeeze the shoulder blades and release. Let's just gently look from side to center as we stretch the neck. Double tap ear towards the shoulder. And then rolling the chin. Keep that chin in the front. How you feeling, relatives? Inigo says it would be hard to describe the meditation's effects, one from yesterday. So much growth, understanding, and being filled with love. And with that, relatives, before we go, there's a couple of things. One, it is Pride Month. I want any of our LGBTQ plus relatives out there to know that we are absolutely here for you. Every day on our HIR Wellness Institute page this month, you will find facts and you will find myths. So that, like, sometimes our posts will be about a myth or a ill-conceived or notion or a stereotype about the LGBTQ plus relatives. And then you'll receive a fact. There will also be statistics so that for those of us who don't identify that way can know how to support our relatives. Because the more that we know, the more knowledge that we give ourselves, the more we're able to serve and support with love and care. So no, relatives, we support you in your pride. I'm sending you so much love. We have team members who are LGBTQ+. We have team members who are Two-Spirit. We have team members who you can talk to. You are enough. You are loved. And we're here to support you. Mahalo nui loa for being you relatives, whoever you are beautiful. You are one in over 7 billion individuals in this world, and there is nobody like you. You are the most unique being in all the universe. And for that reason, not only are you enough, but you are a diamond in the rough. There's nobody like you. Thank you for being you, and thank you for bringing the medicine that only you can bring with the gifts that you are bestowed with the uniqueness of who you are. When you are here, you expand this circle of care. You expand our healing. You expand the dimension of who we are as people. You are incredible. Malama pono I kokino, take good righteous care. Malama means care, take care. Pono means righteous. Ikokino is your body and your mind and your spirit. It's all important. Aloha nui, huge love to you. Not only are you loved, not only can you always come to the R&Rs for love, but you are loved and you are love. You are love. Before we go, there's a community survey linked to this video, relatives. Please take it, because this survey, in this world of just systems and bureaucracies, the survey is how we keep our services at zero cost to you. It will never, ever, ever cost you a penny to receive healing from the HIR Wellness Institute. But we need those surveys. As many as we can do. Take more than one. Take it. If you took a survey last week or earlier this week, take it today, because your needs might change. This also helps us to understand how to serve you. And that's what we're passionate about, and that's what we're here for. We are here to serve you in your wellness journey and your mental health journey. And also in our social justice journey, in our journeys in life, in our spiritual journey, and whatever it is you need. Have a beautiful Friday, everyone. Have the best weekend, I hope. Enjoy the summer. It just began. Ahui ho aku no. We'll see you later. And aloha.